There are two new adjustment layers in Photoshop: Clarity and Dehaze adjustment layer and Grain adjustment layer. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use them. Until now, Clarity and Dehaze lived inside Photoshop's Camera Raw only. Now, you see in the Photoshop interface, in the adjustment layers panel, there's the Clarity and Dehaze and the Grain. So I am in the photography workspace, and that is why I see this. Also, if you want to use this adjustment panel, you can come up to Window and click on Adjustments, or you can come down to the bottom of the Layers panel, click on the new adjustment layer icon, and here they are: Clarity and Dehaze and Grain. One way to use this, if you want to apply clarity or dehaze or grain to the entire image, I'll just click on Clarity and Dehaze. I'm going to move the Dehaze slider first, and you can see it's applied to the entire image, and I can add a little bit of clarity also. Now, like all the other adjustment layers, it comes with a layer mask. So if you want to use your brush and brush out certain areas where the dehaze has been applied, you can do that. Here is a before and an after. So that is applied to the entire image. Instead of using the adjustment layer to apply to the whole image, let's do something different. So let's come up to Select and say Select Sky. There's the marching ants. We have our contextual taskbar here. Now we can click on Invert Selection. So now we have everything below the sky selected. Let's click on Clarity and Dehaze. Now we'll make an adjustment to the dehaze, and it's just affecting the lower part of the image, more in the mountains and the area below. This kind of helps make the spot of light stand out a little bit more too. So now let's come up again to Select Sky. Now I'll click on Clarity and Dehaze again, and we're going to apply dehaze more to the sky this time. So you can see the message Clarity and Dehaze adjustments is paused while editing layers below. So that's why you saw that momentary flicker or so as I'm adjusting it. You can see that. So I applied all of the dehaze to the sky. And now looking at this again, if I want to go back to where I was just applying the selection to the lower part of the image, maybe I want to add a little bit of clarity now. You can see how it affects it. So we've added two Clarity and Dehaze adjustments, and here is the before, and here's the after. Now let's talk about the new Grain adjustment layer. We're going to use a different image here, and I just want to real quick make this a black and white image, just like that, without making any adjustments. So adding grain sometimes is more of a creative choice, especially with black and white images, whether they be street photography or landscapes. Maybe we just want to give it that look where a photographer had to use a high ISO because of low light situation. So now I'll click on the grain adjustment, and you'll notice there are three sliders. Two of them are grayed out until you actually move the amount slider. So now I'll move the amount slider up there pretty good, just because I want to see how the other adjustments work or how they look. And the size defaults to 25 and roughness to 50. So we can make the grain bigger. I'll zoom in here a little bit, and you can adjust the roughness. You see how that makes it look. Probably don't want a lot of roughness. And now that you've seen how all these look, at one point you're probably going to want to bring down the amount. And here I'll turn off the grain adjustment and turn it back on. Let me turn it up a little bit just so make it a little bit more obvious. Probably don't want that much grain. And of course, you can use the opacity to lessen the effect even more. So that's the new grain adjustment layer. If this tutorial helped, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future Photoshop tutorials. Let me know in the comments what you think about these new adjustment layers. Remember, it's never too late to learn. Thanks for watching.